Yo, what's up, YouTube? I just wanted to give a little update real quick. I am just recording in my car, heading to work right now, and you know the deal with that, y'all. You know the deal with that. Just driving to work and shit. Might grab myself some food real quick. I just don't know if I should, and debating whether or not if I should. I don't think I am, y'all. Or maybe I will. Anywho, we'll see. I just wanted to give an update on what's going on because I haven't posted a video in about a week, maybe a little bit more than a week. Well, yesterday, or actually it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before yesterday, I jumped on the charts, recorded a video on my OBS, everything like that. But for some reason, when I ended the video, it actually didn't save it. So I'm assuming it had to do something with my storage. So I went through, cleared out my storage, and everything like that. And yeah, so we'll try again and we'll see what goes on. But update wise with the trading, last time I jumped on the chart with you guys, I was up about 1,500, 1,200. Something like that. I was up something like that. Well, I did my calculations wrong on gold. I traded gold. And for some reason, I was under the assumption that gold was worth, or micro gold, was worth $1 a contract. And, well, it was $10 a contract. So, that was interesting to know. I don't know why I had it marked up as $1 a contract, but long story short, I thought I was risking 57, almost $60 for a trade, when in reality I was risking 500 to 600 for the trade. So I ended up taking the trade. I ended up losing the trade, and yeah, well, while I was there looking at it, I was like, damn, well, did my calculations wrong, so that's kind of fucked. But you know, let me see what the deal is. Let me double check and just make sure what the actual calculations are. And what I did was I put one contract in and I let it move 1 point and closed the contract either in profit or negative, and it just so happened to be negative. But I closed the contract with 1 point and I lost $10. That's when I was just like, okay, so it's $10 a contract instead of one. Now, one of the main things that people talk about with trading rules wise, talking about rules now, is you need to be able to accept the risk, because if you don't accept the risk before you enter into the trade, you're going to deal with a lot of emotions after that, which is exactly what I went through. And so after I lost that 600, I pretty much after I lost the $610, because I figured out it was $10 a point instead of $1 a point, I decided to get back in. And I was starting to revenge trade, which is a very, very, very big no-no in trading. It's a very big, it's frowned upon, especially if you're a professional trading. They don't do that, because at the end of the day, like, if you revenge trade and you make that a habit, then that's just a very, very, very bad habit to learn and to start to pick up, because that can really mess you up. And that's exactly what happened. Honestly, that's happened for the past 3 days. I was on a six win streak, and it was probably like a week or two long of just straight wins. I took a loss, and this was earlier before this incident. Took a loss and ended up losing about $100. And my emotions got in, because I decided, like, I didn't want to have a loss. I didn't want to end on a loss, which is something that honestly I should already been dealing with, because prior to me even making these YouTube videos, and prior to me even making a trading Instagram, I went through almost an 8-month losing streak. 8 months of just pretty much purely losing. Now I feel like I handled myself well enough. I would take a loss and then I would jump off. That's pretty much it. I would take a loss and I would jump off. I'd win a little bit here and there, but then I would take a loss and I would jump off. But at the end of the day, before I met my mentor, my streak, my win rate was 9%. 9. I need you to let that sink in. Only 9% of the time I would win a trade. And ironically, my wins were way smaller than my losses. It's almost like I didn't know how to handle having a winning trade. So that really affected me mentally, going in, because prior to that as well, I was trading for gosh knows how long, a couple years already. So already in trading for a couple years, going through a really long losing streak. It just wasn't good for my mental, right? So there was a lot of stuff going on the mental side of things. I lost that account. I joined my mentor's group and my win rate shot up to 80%. I had an 80% win rate. And that was this last test that I took and been documenting with you guys. So fast forward now, this is just a recap. I wanted to give you kind of a story behind why I made these decisions. But I lost the 600. Then I figured out that it was $10 a contract instead of $1. And I went back in and started revenge trading. All right. Again, I'm gonna go back just a little bit. I did this before. I was on a winning streak, took an L, jumped back in, took another L, couldn't accept it, and I did the same thing. I went back in, revenge traded, and I ended up winning 400 trade minus the already negative 100 that I was in, plus some fees. So I was positive about 300 for the day. And subconsciously, I don't even know subconsciously, I was excited that I ended the day with a W, that I won, but I also knew that it wasn't good for me. It wasn't good for me. It was not a good win, because it was a bad habit that I did, which was revenge trading. Ever since then, though, I would jump on the chart, and it was almost just like part of me would be like, all right, yeah, I can get in, I'll win this. And yeah, that's exactly what happened with yesterday. So I jumped back on. Again, my account was up about 51. My account was sitting at like 51,200 or 51,300, somewhere around there, over the past 3 months. I've been making around average-ish, around 300 to 500 a month. And well, I ended up losing more, to the point to where I couldn't enter a trade because I hit my daily max limit, which is 1,000, and I actually went more than 1,000. I ended up losing around 1,300 for the day. So I ended that day with a negative $1,300 loss, and I pretty much wiped out about 3 months worth of progress. At the end of the day, that's exactly what happened. And I was mad at myself, of course. I was honestly furious. And sorry if there's a lot of background noise, but I'm not using my headphones to record right now. I'm just using the phone audio. But I had, revenge trading fucked me over, to be honest, and I took an even bigger loss than 600, which is already a bigger loss in my book. I could have stopped there at the 600. I could have, and I could have just had a 1 point I don't know, 1% loss for the day, but instead I ended up taking a 2% loss. Like a 2-point-something% loss for the day, which I don't ever risk that, ever. So my emotions got the best of me at the end of the day. My emotions got the best of me. I ended up risking way more than I should have, and it bit me in the ass. So that's what happened. When I jump back on, I'll show you guys everything in the details, because I want to be transparent as I can. And you'll see the trades that I took. I ended up risking about 90 contracts that day, which was absurd. So I did have a talk with my mentor about it, and he knew. He told me he's been through that before as well. But part of me wanted to just restart the account. Part of me wanted to restart the account. I had a 50K. Right now my account's sitting at around 49,000 and some change. But part of me wanted to just restart the account, either restart and get another 50K, or restart and restart with 100K, and I'll just trade with that. And he said something that kind of stuck with me, and it was that, yes, at the end of the day, I can restart all these demo accounts, but if I'm ever trading a live account, there's no restarting from a live account. You can't just restart a live account. You have to take the L, and you're gonna have to work with it. And that stuck with me, because it's just like, damn, it's true. At the end of the day, if I do decide to restart this live account, I'm not learning anything from my mistake, other than, I took a fat L and I can't do that. But if I sit there and I build this account back up to what it was prior, it's gonna teach me how to handle those losses. At the end of the day, it's gonna be more of a learning experience than just restarting the account. So that's pretty much what I am gonna do. I'm gonna not restart the account, but I'm gonna be building it up from what it is. Right now I'm sitting at around 49,000 again, and I think it's like 49,800 or 49,900, almost 50,000. So I'm pretty much back where I started. I'm a little bit behind where I started, but yeah, man, you guys need to realize, and he told me, because the past 3 trades that I took were kind of like that, like a revenge trade type mindset. He said I need to not do that, because I'm already, if I've done it once and I've done it twice and I've done it 3 times, I'm forming a habit of doing it. And that's going to be a major issue. So he said next 30 days, but I want to make it the next 30 trades, because I know it's going to take me more than a month to take 30 trades. So I want to do it more than a month, of course, of me just sticking with my strategy and sticking with the right habits, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to differentiate me between other traders. Right? I'm telling this to you guys so that you guys can understand. I'm telling this to you guys so you guys can understand what I'm going through, so that if you're going through the same thing, to know that it's possible, to know that you're not alone, and that other people are experiencing this as well. Right? That's why I want to be so transparent, because a lot of people out there, are showing profits, but they're not showing losses. They're showing their success, but they're not showing their struggles. And I think that's a big part of trading, is showing people that, yes, everyone out there is struggling, everyone out there makes mistakes, but how to work through them, and my thought process behind that, and whether or not I can succeed or not. And I know I can. And that's the thing. You have to have faith in yourself. And I know I can. I've been trading in the trading game for almost 5 years now, almost 6 years. And that's the thing. That's the thing about it. I feel like the whole 5-6 years that I've been into trading, I've been focusing purely on just strategy alone, and not actually my mindset. And that's a big issue. Because trading is 90% mindset, right? And it's easier said than done. I'm going to be honest. It's easier said than done. I've been recording my trades, except for this last one. I haven't recorded this last one. But sticking with my journal, recording my trades, understanding where I'm going wrong, and and just I'm taking you guys with me. I'm taking you guys with me to show you guys that an average Joe like me, I'm working a security job, making $16 an hour. That's it. Making around $2,000 a month. That's barely livable wage. And I'm gonna show you guys that you can become profitable trading, right? Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up, because that's what sets people apart. Because at the same time, it's either you get tired of trading and you quit, or you get tired of making the same mistakes. You get tired of yourself and you change and you become profitable. Because I know that at the end of the day, when I get my shit straight, I'm not gonna have to work again in my life. I'm not going to have to. I'm gonna be able to jump on a chart, make more than my wage that I'm making now. My mentor is making my monthly expense, or my monthly checks. He's making that in a trade, in one trade. Like, let that sink in. I have to work a full month. What is that? 40 hours a week, 4, 8, 12, 16. 160 hours a week. 160 hours a month he's making in less than an hour. Literally less than an hour, because we scalp. So that's the big thing. It's being able to stick with good habits, being able to understand, being mindful, understand when I'm feeling like I want to break a habit, to stop myself from breaking it. Because if you don't know and you're just in your head and you don't recognize when you're starting to feel like, oh shit, I'm about to break this habit, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that, and you don't stop yourself, that's the loop repeating itself, right? And I've been practicing mindfulness, and when I start to feel that way, I'm just gonna jump off the charts, and that's it. But yeah, on my next video, I'll end up showing you guys the trade that I took, which I lost the 1,300 from. It wasn't just one trade. One single trade I lost 600 from, and the rest of the 400 or 500 I had lost pretty much from gambling. At the end of the day, if you don't have a strategy, and if you're just purely basing your shit off emotions, your trade off emotions, yes, you are gambling. And people say, oh, trading's gambling, man, trading's gambling. I mean, it is if you don't know what you're doing. Honestly, at the end of the day, trading is actually more dangerous than gambling, because gambling has rules around it. You can only play a certain amount, or place a certain amount of bet. You can only, you have to follow the rules of the game with gambling. With trading, there are no rules at all, and that's what makes trading more dangerous than gambling itself. But if you have an edge and you're following your rules, then you have an edge over the market. It's still up in the air. You can still lose a perfect trade, but if you have an edge over the market, you're gonna win in the long run. And that's the thing that people don't know or don't realize. But yeah, no, guys, I'm just rambling now. I just wanted to give you guys an update about why I haven't posted in a minute, what's going on. I'm gonna start posting more videos on my Instagram as well. So Obsidian_SMC. If you can follow me there, that'd be sick. I'm gonna also be tracking my trades pretty much on there and on YouTube as well. I'm gonna have it set up. I'm gonna be recording on my phone, on Zoom, on OBS at the same time. We'll see how that works out. We'll see if my computer can handle it and stuff like that. But again, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on where I've been. I've still been trading, not good, but I'm still learning through this, okay? And I'm gonna show you guys that you can be profitable. I'm gonna show you guys that you can do this, okay? Because I'm gonna do it, and that's it. That's it. I say this now, and I'm not gonna quit, and that's it, man. I'll catch you guys out tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be Thursday, and we're gonna catch some trades Thursday, possibly. I may just sit on my hands again. I know I've been pretty good at that because, again, I'm just waiting for my trade to line up, and if it doesn't line up, don't take it, right? But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys on the YouTube. I'm out. Peace.